Oh, didn't see you there. Hello, I'm Terra314, and I have a lot to discuss. A lot. First off, you may be asking, where have I been after all this time? And why am I randomly uploading new videos right now? Well, I just got finished with school, and as well as finally transitioning out of two bad crowds. That's all I'll say. It's a bit personal. The thing is, I was patronized for thinking for myself, so I'll leave it at that. In an environment like that, the least thing I want to worry about is more problems. But the thing is, and I think this should be a thing for everyone as well, people can only take so much. They can only be pushed around and manipulated so much until they just stop being until they stop being in ties with whatever it is. And I wanted to start off with Kapwing. Kapwing, oh my god. You have a lot, and I mean a lot, of problems. You're going to Adobe levels agreed. And for just a cloud service, this is way too much. I've always wanted a native Kapwing app, but just forcing it as a cloud service to make the edits as horrible as they are, and then charging for that. You're even charging for 1080p videos, not even 1 minute videos, because the 7-minute videos back then, those were watermarked. Now 1 minute videos are watermarked. I just can't believe it. It is a whole new level of greed. Good God. So I decided, on the day I was taking out of my Kapwing Pro plan, because I had the Pro plan with this, I would say, student program, because I was a student at the time. Now that I'm out of high school and getting into college, I now have to pay for a subscription. I'm sure as hell not going to pay for Kapwing, nor Adobe. So it's time that I switched to DaVinci Resolve. So you may be wondering, how well did it go for me when switching from Kapwing to DaVinci Resolve? It went about as good as you would expect it. It went horribly. I had to learn an entirely new video editor, and there were a bunch of other problems. I'll get to those problems in a second. But learning a new video editor, that is going to be challenging. But luckily I got used to it. All I had to do was search stuff up. And the biggest feature that I missed from Kapwing was the ability to download YouTube files, like any sort of media, through Kapwing's video downloader or media downloader, whatever it's called. That I missed so much. So much. But luckily I found a solution to that. I'll get to that also in a minute. But there's one other thing that I'm making this video for. One other reason. And that is because of gaming as well. As you know right now, gaming has some really bad decisions, specifically console gaming. But there are some bad decisions in PC gaming too, like the GPUs being overpriced, a lot of overpriced stuff. But luckily, as far as the tariffs go, I heard there's no problems with that, so that's good. Anyway, why I mentioned gaming is because I was just kind of bored with the current gen consoles. I tried the Xbox Series X one time at I won't say whose house, but I tried it. It's just bland. And I also tried the PS5. I have one in my room. It's also just bland. It's definitely powerful, don't get me wrong, but there's not a lot it offers. Not a lot of games to play with friends, because my friends don't have that much either, because of how overpriced everything's getting and how many, I would say, flashy games, bloated games as well, really unoptimized games as well. Specifically console gaming. And my I already expect it. My most loyal viewers already know what I'm gonna transition this to. My Steam Deck video. Yeah, I'm gonna transition to that. So this portion is probably gonna be like an extension of my Steam Deck video, but basically, do you know that experience where you get a new gaming console for Christmas, like back in the old days? You would get a brand new gaming experience for you to play on, as well as some games that go along with it. I had that experience when unboxing this thing for the first time during Christmas. Oh my god, it was so cool. I forgot to mention it in that video, and as well as everything I said in that video, it's true. This thing really is extremely flexible, but now that a lot more has happened over the months and the Steam Deck has received much more support, as well as another thing I'll get to in a minute, my god, it is such a good sell today. And it was even crazier is that Valve had it on a discount multiple times, and even has a refurbished program in which they practically give fully functioning Steam Decks for much reduced cost, and they sell out quickly. And for good reason. This is a really good portable device. And the main reason why I wasn't feeling up to, I don't know how to say it, happiness or joy from playing the new gen gaming consoles, including the Nintendo Switch, which is the console I had before my Steam Deck, my new go-to device, handheld gaming PC, is because it's just not that engaging. I'm not saying that the experience is good. I'm definitely contradicting myself here with what I just said before with what I'm saying now. But my friends don't really play console gaming. We all just play PC games now, because that's pretty much the platform we buy all our games on. And we don't have any trouble with compatibility and all that and switching over. It's just pretty much easy switch. But another thing is just the services that these platforms provide has been corrupted by their corporate greed as well. I mean, you guys all heard the Xbox controversy right now, as well as the Sony controversy, and the Nintendo controversy they had, especially with all three major gaming console companies raising their price on the excuse of tariffs, even though they've been making more than enough money from the consoles selling more than they they profit more than they sell. But now that it's back to the standard where gaming console companies used to actually sell their consoles at a loss and return the sales back with games, they don't care about that anymore. Which is why I see it as an excuse. They could easily make that money back, but they decide to go into corporate greed mode and just blame the tariffs for it. And why is that? So they can keep charging the, how do I say it? so they can have more excuses to release more slop, more how do I say it? More tainted experiences, more overbloated games, more imperformant games, because of the excuse of, oh, tariffs, we gotta charge more. But we promise if we charge more, you're gonna get a better experience. They have not followed with that at all. So that excuse has gone on the window. I just made a huge I just realized, and it's not to say PC gaming is innocent from this as well. Oh no, there's problems with PC gaming too, but not to the extent that console gaming has gone through. The only problem I pretty much have with Steam is that you don't really own your games by a license, but that's pretty much it. Other than that, the Steam Deck is a great sell, because you basically get a company that's backing it up, a private company, may I add, that's backing it up with genuine care, and who will go through the trouble of trying to keep the games on their platform. But I think their approach to game preservation is a balanced approach. I wish they could be even more consumer friendly, but you have to consider the developers as well. I know it might sound doom and gloom, and I completely agree, but I think that's fair in their eyes. It's not my opinion, it's probably theirs, that they would consider a balanced approach to consumers and developers, and as well as to them as well, so that people can buy the license to a game, but it could be revoked if the developers really want a game gone. Steam will try to make sure it doesn't go away, but that's pretty much all they can do. They're in a platform, they sell what they want, and the developers don't want that game on anymore, then, well, that's their fault. The developer's fault then. There's nothing more that the platform can do. And I can say that about pretty much any platform. Anyway, Steam Deck, yes, I just want a wild tangent over there again. Very customizable, super customizable. As well as the PC experience on your hands, oh my god, I love it. I'm sorry. I'll say it again, like I said in the video, I just love it. It's very pick up and play, and it's not as, well, bland as the user interface and other gaming consoles, because you can make it whatever interface you want. That's the best part. But you may be wondering, why did I switch from DaVinci Resolve into talking about the Steam Deck? Welp, I have to say, I am tired of an operating system. That would be called Windows. As you guys know, Microsoft has been in hot water lately, not just with Xbox and what they've done with it, but also Windows itself. Windows 10 just got its support unplugged. Well, just the best way to say it is its support unplugged. And users are very not happy because Windows 11 has AI tools that nobody wants, bloatware that nobody wants, and pretty much no one wants it. They tried to remedy this for handheld PCs by releasing Windows 11 gaming, the gaming interface. I think it was a beta, their most recent update, but even that's not far off from SteamOS, which is a different operating system that the Steam Deck uses. That's why I wanted to talk about Linux. Linux is a very good alternative to Windows or macOS or Chrome OS. Is Chrome OS still a thing? Anyway, it has been proven in many benchmarks that it is way more performant than Windows, way more resource, how do I say it, balanced in resources than Windows. And overall, I just wanted to switch to the ecosystem. And I had multiple sources telling me. First, I had some ordinary gamers telling me, and how to switch over to CachyOS, which is the operating system I'm using now. CachyOS is really good. I'm even using some of their Proton tools on my Steam Deck to play some games. And it's really good in performance and all that stuff. Really good for when I want to get into. And hell, I can even record videos on my Steam Deck. And with CachyOS, the resources help me with resources left for recording. So that's going to be really good. Another thing is, this is the minute I want to get back to. DaVinci Resolve, unfortunately, cannot export DaVinci Resolve cannot export H264 or H265 or HEVC, which basically over 90% of videos use on YouTube. They can also not export AAC. In both the free plan and pro plan, they cannot support and export AAC in video editing mode for the videos. So that was very unfortunate, because also over 90% of videos have AAC format for sound. This was extremely difficult to remedy, but I eventually found a very good solution. That would be called Handbrake. Handbrake, I want to get into that. Handbrake, it's a useful tool for downgrading or upgrading videos, whether I want to change the quality, change the bitrate, change the frames per second, change the resolution, change the, what is it called? I know it was called something. Aspect ratio. Whether I want to change the aspect ratio of video. It's all those Wacom tools and it's there. Oh my god, it's so useful. And I even started in seeing if I can use this tool for another thing. And another thing I want to get into while I'm in this topic is platforms for, content creation. So I looked into other places than YouTube. Another inspiration to why I switched to Linux is because PewDiePie told me to. So while some ordinary gamers told me to at least try it and at least try Linux in a virtual machine while in Windows, so the switch could be easier, well, as some way to test it out, PewDiePie said no, fully switch to Linux right now. His video titled "I installed Linux and so should you" inspired me so much that I decided to do it, and my god, I'm not looking back. It is such a good experience. Pretty much I have control over everything in this operating system, instead of the operating system having control with me. Instead of the operating system gathering info and intel and any sort of biometrics or any password, anything from me, any personal data, I keep my personal data and I keep my operating system with Linux. That is the best part with this thing. And the best part, I get to keep all the performance as well. Two things, main things I want to get into this portion is how is this going to affect two things: my gaming, recording, and VR gaming and recording. First of all, I tried out VR gaming. It was a really good experience. My god, did that go really well. I found some alternatives to Steam Link, and I even heard they're making the Steam VR beta test. Thank you, Valve, so much. Thank you, Big G, for the support to Linux in VR, because we desperately need that. But yeah, I tried Half-Life Alyx with it. It was great. Another thing, well, I forgot to mention, there was another video editor I had. It had none of the problems with DaVinci Resolve, except it's even more less convenient and less snappy than DaVinci Resolve. And DaVinci Resolve was less snappy and user-friendly than Kapwing. I wouldn't say they're less user-friendly, but just, I don't know how to say it. Like, it's intuitive. Like, you know how Adobe has their software where it's like everything is there and then we made it so easy for you? That's what I'm talking about. That video editor I used was called Shotcut. Shotcut is available in both Windows, macOS, and Linux, same as DaVinci Resolve. I've used Shotcut before in some of my really older videos, but I don't like Shotcut that much, especially for animation as well, because I do some of the animation in my YouTube videos, and I've used DaVinci Resolve for animating the last portion of the McDonald's Lego edit thing, and as well as a new video that I'll release after, just right after this video releases. So you'll get to see that, but you also get to see the video I edited in Shotcut of my recording of playing a full-on Half-Life Alyx campaign in Linux. So very excited for you guys to see that. I hope you'll enjoy it. And yeah, where was I? Yeah, PewDiePie. So PewDiePie convinced me to install Linux. I did. Amazing experience. And then another thing I want to talk about is not VR, but the last thing that was keeping me on Windows. And that was lossless scaling. Lossless scaling is a very useful tool that I use to play games and make it a smooth experience by generating multiples of frames, and now it's on Linux and on Steam Deck as well. So I've been enjoying it on both of those platforms, well, both my main desktop, because I didn't even do it to a side laptop or device or anything. No, I did it to my main desktop. I installed Linux on my main gaming rig, my main PC, and I have a Steam Deck just being a SteamOS default. So it was a good experience. I like lossless scaling. I hope there's more features added in the future, and yeah. That was the last thing that was keeping me on Windows. And probably Kapwing, but you can use Kapwing in Linux as well. I didn't mention that before. Sorry about that. But I guess I just decided to couple my Kapwing's frustrations with my Windows frustrations, because I don't like either of them. But yeah, that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoy those videos, and yeah, like and subscribe. Oh wait, I forgot. The last thing I wanted to talk about, I just remembered it when I stopped recording as well. The tool that I used to download YouTube videos for, that would be my replacement to Kapwing's media downloader. That would be yt-dlp. yt-dlp is a console program that I can copy and paste YouTube video links into. Then I can modify it however I want with key phrases, like you know, the audio format, whether I just want the audio, what video format do I want it to be, etc., etc. So that's pretty cool, and that also solves the DaVinci Resolve problem I had before. Anyways, that's the end of it. Yeah. Oh man, I can't believe I forgot that. Anyway guys, see you later, watch the 2 videos, like and subscribe.